Isn't it funny that love and hate can be the same thing? I had this epiphany recently. A content creator pointed out this concept, and it made me think about it for a second. This is actually a pretty deep and actually pretty profound discovery when it comes to human beings and the way we interact with one another. The same reason they hate you is the same reason that they love you. Or flip it to make it more sense, make more sense. The same reason that they love you is the same reason that they hate you. Isn't that some bullshit? You're getting punished for being effective. But if you're too effective, back in the days, the colonial days, the Victorian ages, even before that, there's stories about when actors and musicians would go on stages to perform in front of people. People would throw tomatoes and boo to show their hatred or their dissonance, or to show they didn't like the show. But you have to sit there and think about it for a second. Why would you go dig up and pull some fruit out of the ground and launch it at somebody? How did you know you were going to hate the show? Why did you go to the show? Isn't that wasting fruit if you like the show? See, the discovery that I'm starting to understand about people is people need something to hate on. Isn't that fucked up? That's a interesting revelation about humankind, isn't it? See, what it is really is that love and hate trigger, that emotional trigger, is a polarizing trigger. When you love something, you're willing to do whatever it takes. When you hate something, you're willing to do whatever it takes. Those are really strong emotions that stem pretty much from the same, let's just say this, the emotions cause actions because they're that strong of emotions. If you love something, you're going to do something about it. If you hate something, you're going to do something about it. Because the other interesting thing, and this goes back to, it's like people need something to hate. Why would you watch something or watch somebody on a consistent basis that you don't like? Isn't that See, the people, I forgot who had this quote, but they said good and bad press is both good press. And this is what they mean. You need the followers you need a portion of the people to love you. Those are your backbone, the people that support you. But you also need the haters. The haters are what keep you relevant, keep you in the news, because they always talk about you. They can't keep their mind off of you because their hate for you is just so strong. They're watching to see you fall. You know what the funny thing about haters are? Normally haters are people that loved you first. When you were coming up, they were supporting you. When you were on the same level as them, they were cordial. But once you surpass them, that's when the hate starts. I mean, you're not going to hate a stranger, right? You don't know that person. So why would you be emotionally invested to even hate or love that person? So it's not the strangers that are going to hurt you. It's the people that's close to you that know you that are going to hurt you. Human beings are very interesting creatures. Our nature can be very dark. Celebrities do this on purpose. Certain political figures do this on purpose. They purposely create hate because they know that emotion is so strong for the people that that hate is going to keep them relevant. You can be famous for being hated. When people hated Floyd Mayweather, I bet he had made more money when he became Money Mayweather and became arrogant than whenever he was starting off in the beginning. Because people weren't paying because they liked him, they were paying because they wanted to see him lose. It's the same thing with Drake. The only difference is in a boxing match, there's an actual measurable, that's a zero-sum game with a time limit, with judges, scoring cards. A rap battle is just some freaking opinionated BS where people can easily get wrong when persuaded either way. The other interesting thing that you see this love-hate relationship is in relationships. You ever heard a woman say they hate you, but then the next day she loves you, back to loving you? The psyche of Stockholm Syndrome is extremely interesting. You start off hating your oppressor, then you learn to love them over time because you can't change your circumstances, which means the oppressor might actually be justified in them doing the bad stuff to you. So I know this is going to be one of those videos where it causes you to think. And I know people on YouTube don't want to think that much. This is why my channel doesn't blow up like it does, but I have to vent these thoughts out. And I know the guys that watch this content, you guys are very interested in this stuff. So there was a story that my mentor told me. And he said, Miles, women are extremely weird. He said, I was, one of my buddies, I knew his wife and I knew him. He was an alcoholic, very outgoing, fun guy, but he was an alcoholic. And his wife used to complain all the time, saying, he drinks too much and it's causing problems in the marriage, and she's thinking about divorcing him. And so the guy, he makes a 360. Changes his life, gives his life up to God. And now the woman was saying, I liked him better when he was an alcoholic. He was more fun. Now he's boring now. The same thing that she hated is the very thing that she loved. She didn't want him to change. She just needed something to point at, just in case she wanted to leave. That would give her an excuse. Like I said before, guys, And sooner or later, you guys this will probably sink in for you. Either you die a hero in war, trying to do the right thing like King Leonidas, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, like Julius Caesar. He didn't get killed in the war. His own clergy deleted him. That's my video. I wanted to come in, break down this love and hate concept, because you guys are going to go through this in your lifetime, and it's going to puzzle you. And I'm trying to help create or help you connect the dots to help you understand what's going on. So that's my video. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video on the way out, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. You guys have a good day, good week. Peace.